Hey guys, it's Tom from Benztown, and I'm back here with another one of Tom's Tuesday tips. And this week I'm going to be going over another really cool way to chop up your audio in Pro Tools and do it really easily and cleanly. But first, let me play this sweeper, and then I'll show you how I use this technique to chop up VO, samples, effects, and music beds.
Breaking new music first.
Brand new music now.
New music premiering now on Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
Okay, so this feature in Pro Tools is called Tab to Transient. So the way to engage it is to click this this little square so it's blue. If you don't have Tab to Transient engaged, what it does is if you press tab, it scrubs through like the start and end points of every audio file on that in your selection. So if I go back to this one, and if we engage tab to transient again, what it does is when you hit tab, it tries to find all the transients. And it's actually just the warp markers. That's what it's scrubbing through instead of like the start and end points of the file. Make that a little bit bigger for you guys.
New music first.
So if I were to re-chop up this music bed, it's not like a very sophisticated chop. Let me pull it out all the way so it's got like that little bit of BS in it, you know? What I want to do is I want to hit the tab button until it's on the downbeat. There we go. And you could hear that it's a very clean chop. Like it tries to find I think it's called like a zero crossing point or something like that. It's essentially when the like that essentially can be considered a zero crossing, because it's crossing that 0 point. Anyway. So it's very clean. Let me turn the grid back on. I don't like looking at Pro Tools without the grid on. So if I wanted to drop this into my little shell here I've created, all I have to do is grab that endpoint, bring this back to. And honestly, once you get it, like, as long as your BPM doesn't change, really you don't need to do tab to transient again, unless like your bed's a little off the grid, because like you'll kind of get the same result just by like chopping right there, you see? But going into this next sweeper here, there is a tempo change on my timeline. So that actually gives me like a really good chance to show how more ways to use it. So grab that. Let's cut that out, drop that down. That's way too early now that I look at that on the grid. Or is it? There we go. Delete that. Let's play it with everything again.
Breaking new music first.
Brand new music now.
New music premiering now on Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was chopping up effects like this. I'll do both of these. So the idea with these isn't to like find like the very first transient. The idea is to find like where that zero crossing point is for the hit. like, or when like the punch comes in on the effect. So just gonna keep hitting tab right there. Very clean. Put it on the grid. Extend that out.
Brand new music now.
Breaking new music first.
Brand new music now.
New music premiering now on Q93. Alexandria's.
So, and then for this one, same process. Drop that on the grid. I don't like that.
93. 93. Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
So I've shown you guys how to find it with like downbeats, but like a VO file is much more dynamic. And this is kind of where it's going to become obvious that I've recorded this video once already, because I already kind of did these chops. So let's listen to just like the dry male VO.
Breaking new music first. New music premiering now on Q93. Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
So maybe it needs a fade at the end there, but everything's very clean and there's like no fades on anything, which is like crazy. Gotta love not having to find those zero crossing points and drawing fades when you don't have to, you know? So I'm going to delete all these and just extend this out. I'm not redoing this reverse delay because it's gonna be the same VO take that here's it any like it'll fit anyway. So yeah, hit that tab to transient, hit A.
Breaking new music first.
Give it a little fade at the end.
First.
Even though it's like such a short clip, you still want to hit tab to transient to see what it's going to do. But also consider these are just warp markers. So I'm actually going to draw a fade on that one. Or actually, if I remember correctly, because I just recorded this video.
New music premiering now.
Yeah, it's the other file I want. So delete that. Tab. That was the wrong cut.
New music premiering now on Q.
Give that a little fade at the end there.
On Q93. Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
No excuses hearing any pops in anyone's imaging anymore after, at least for me, after I discovered this. So drop everything in.
Breaking new music first. Breaking new music first. Breaking new music first.
Brand new music now.
New music premiering now on Q93. Alex. New music premiering now.
I'm actually going to do this in like a kind of different order. So I'm going to start with the filter on.
Breaking new music first. Breaking new music first.
Brand new music now.
New music premiering now on Q93. Alexander.
I'm going to throw the doubler on this one. And I haven't really like tested how expansive this like this plugin is for this purpose, but I really like having like just very basic user presets that I can refer to quickly and just render like that, you know?
New music premiering now on Q93.
Move that back a little bit.
Breaking new music first.
Brand new music now.
New music premiering now on Q93. Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
So this might be like one of my favorite tips that I've done so far. Like this has been one of those things that's changed my workflow in Pro Tools. I think like for forever. Like I'm gonna be using this on basically anything that I need to put on the grid. And honestly, before this tutorial, I didn't know how useful it was for chopping up VO. I really only thought about it for like very punchy hits and downbeats and stuff like that, but it works really good on VO. So leave a comment below of what you would like me to cover next, and I'll be back next week with another Tuesday tip on the Benztown YouTube channel. See ya.